crowded in here.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
All right, final round. Not quite the finish you're wanting, but in contention all day. Tell me about your day.
No, it wasn't too bad at all, actually. I mean, I didn't feel like I had my swing feel down like I did the last 3 days. So I was just kind of sticking around like a bad smell, I guess, and then hold a nice shot on 15, and then unfortunately, 14. And then, yeah, I mean, kind of after that, I lost a drive right, and then I started coming out of it and backing out of it, and then it's really hard to trust, especially when you stand up on 17. It's hard to trust to keep turning the corner and go left when there's all trouble left, and that's why I kind of backed out of it and hit it right. But no, good quality week, a lot of positives moving forward. You know, this is a second tournament. This is a second tournament for me that I've really tried to try these swing changes. So, I mean, it's great that the progress is where it is, but still a lot of work to do.
Can you talk a little bit more about those swing changes? What's kind of clicking with what?
Well, I mean, the good thing about it is I've got a bad back, or I've had a bad back, and the good thing about that is I can test my swing to the point where it's like a training aid, essentially. I have to swing it a certain way that it doesn't hurt, and if it hurts, I know exactly what I'm doing. So then it forces me to go back to the swing thoughts, and that's kind of just covering a little bit more, get the left hip back, and that's mainly the thought process. But for me to be able to kind of do it in competition, especially under the pump today, and keep myself in contention thereabouts, it gives me a lot of confidence going forward. I just need to tighten it up.
Chase, to our untrained eye, I guess your swing doesn't look all that much different than maybe it did 6 or 7 years ago.
It probably crept back a little bit to a more lateral, but there is a lot of change. Obviously, you can see that there is more of a fade there instead. Back in the day, I used to play this big old sling draw. Yeah, I mean, overall, maybe to the untrained eye, it kind of looks very similar, but it's slowly taking shape now. There's certain positions that I'm trying to hit that they're starting to stick a lot more, and that's why you see a lot more consistency, especially over the first 3 days. Played pretty good. Not saying that I didn't play good today. I just didn't give myself enough opportunities, and when I did give myself opportunities, I left myself in a poor position on the putting green. So yeah, it feels good.
After the hole out on 14, when you said you might not have your swing today or have it all there, what did that do for you? Because all of a sudden you're tied for the lead with 4 holes to go.
Well, and that's the thing, is sometimes you kind of peak a little bit too early. It was nice to be able to hold that shot out, but I knew that 15 and 16 were going to be tough. 17, if you get a good drive away, you can give yourself a good opportunity at birdie. And then obviously 18, being able to birdie that. So I was thinking, well, if I can get through 15, 16, unfortunately I didn't, but if I can get through 15, 16, then I can birdie 17, 18, and then kind of put it away. But didn't pan out the way that I wanted to. But like I said, there's a lot of good stuff. I played my first tournament in a long while without any pain, so that's a good thing.
I was going to say, I mean, you've had some dark times the last year or two. What does this do for you? What does this do for your head?
Well, I know that I know that I'm heading in the right direction, and I know that the work that I've been putting into my game is, starting to pay off. Obviously, if it wasn't, I wouldn't be in that position. So I know that things are looking up. I just got to really just keep working hard. I'm in that stage of like trying to, make these things more concrete, and then if I can do that, then I'll be in contention a lot more, and then the confidence comes back, and then when the confidence comes back, hopefully I win 5-10 times a year.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thanks, brother.
Cheers, mate.
Great playing this week.
Thank you. See you guys.